When I say darkness, I want to elucidate upon the meaning of that word. I want to make it very clear what I mean by darkness because I experienced darkness. The principle of darkness and its worshippers have power over this world. In fact, that is what I define darkness as pure physical matter. Now, not necessarily the experience of physicality, the experience of matter, but darkness being, in its true meaning, darkness is being trapped within matter. The lower three chakras, if you understand that term, the lower three energy vortices, the lower three assemblage points of consciousness, of awareness, of solely being within matter. The energies being trapped within matter. I personally experienced this as a psychological state between August 11th of 2021 and September 24th of 2021. I experienced great energetic transitions. Part of that transition was waking up one morning, waking up with fear, tremendous fear, to the point where I called my mother, embarrassed that I had to reach out to my mother and tell her that I was afraid. But the fear being so great that it overrode that embarrassment, that uncomfortableness, but having to divulge in someone, and the only person that my heart could connect with in that instance was with my mother. But it was the right thing to do. I needed to call my mom anyway, but it created a chain of energetic doorways, portals that I was able to go through. But this sense of being trapped literally within hell is what scared me. Satanic hell. And it was being, my consciousness was trapped in matter. Now, whether there are many different ways that I've thought about this, but the point was, this is where I was when I woke up. And I don't remember exactly when this was, between August 11th and September 24th, but this was part of the process of the energies rising from the lower, because the heart for me was activated on August 11th, 2021 with the Lionsgate portal, and I've talked about that, but that was the beginning of the energies rising through this heart portal into the higher realms. But there was a great psychological adjustment, transition that took place along with the rising of those energies and the rising of that consciousness. But there was this distinct experience, psychological experience of being trapped within matter. And that is what the principle of darkness is. Darkness is ignorance. It is being trapped within matter, choosing to serve matter. And that is who all the people that are in power and control in society are occupied by the dark brotherhood. And there are bad things to be expected from them. Organized religion is part of their plan. It's part of their energies. I'm sorry, if you think that it's a spiritual path to go to war, what's taking place in the Middle East, you're part of the dark brotherhood. Now, fortunately, there is a law in the universe that says that there has to be a dynamic. It is just one of the universal laws, this balance of powers of light and darkness. But you have to make a choice. And I'm telling you, when I woke up that morning with the experience of being trapped, what I understood psychologically as being trapped within hell, but I distinctly recall having the perspective of being, my consciousness was trapped in matter. And it was it was the most terrifying, fearful experience. Imagine being within a water tank and only having just enough room to put your mouth up to get oxygen, and even then knowing that the oxygen was running out. That is psychologically what I experienced. And it was because within darkness, you are a slave. That is what ultimately you become as a slave to matter. You're trapped within matter. In the last thousands of years, the influence of darkness was not as strong. It was known as the Satyuga, the Golden Ages. But because of the cosmological arrangements and such, the way that our galaxy, our sun, our system went through its parts, it lost sight of the great central suns and the great source. All of the suns are portals. All of the stars are portals of the light. We have black stars, we have collapsed stars, we have black holes. There is a balance. But you have to make the choice. And I'm telling you, the choice is very real, and darkness means being trapped within matter and not knowing anything more. Not understanding that there are higher planes of existence. There are higher vibrational planes to experience. But if you choose darkness, if you choose to glorify matter, and that's all you want to be aware of, then that's where you will be trapped. The holiest knowledge is now being revealed because our galaxy, the equatorial arrangement of our galaxy, because of the way the movements, the cosmological processions, the procession of the heavenly bodies, we have reached the age of light. Okay, where our sun, our portal, our portal of divinity, which the sun is now in direct alignment with Alcyon and all the galactic suns. The light is here now. This is the golden age. But the transition is being highlighted between those who want to worship darkness and stay trapped in matter, because that is what the bifurcation, that is what this solar flash and all this is all about, of choosing one path or the other. Now, I mean, perhaps it's not as dramatic as that. Perhaps it's not as final as that. Perhaps there are different, more, flowing, less dramatic, less dichotic. Anyway, but the point is I experienced it as a very dramatic choice. I was through a supreme effort of will, of overcoming that fear, and I didn't even want to leave my room that day. But it was a supreme effort of will, and to make myself take those necessary steps. And ultimately, on September 24th, through the series of what I was going through energetically, it resulted in the Kundalini, the life force. If Kundalini triggers your religious trauma, your religious brainwashing, then we will call it life force, the God force. God force, Kundalini, Chi, Ki, Vril, Frill, Orgone, Radionics, life force. That is what it is, but it gets trapped. When the heart portal begins to awaken, you must go through these decisions. These psychological experiences will take place. And the menace of the worshippers of darkness, though, are only increasing. They're only becoming more desperate. Because now the galactic arrangements, our sun is directly in line with all of the central suns. So I want you to understand that you can no longer really be gray. If you just think that it's sitting on the fence and just getting by with, good times, bad times. Well, we're not in those times anymore, because you must decide. It's time to decide now for one principle with 100% of your being. But I want you to understand, darkness is the slavery of matter, with their demonic kings ruling over the unfree masses of servants, trapped within an artificial intelligence hive mind technology. Technology is your God, and that is their magic. That is all that they have, and it is a pale imitation of the true divine magic. There is no real life in it. Trust me. Light is our true nature, and we are children of the universe, and it is our destination to reunite with the divine source and to share a great life in the higher realms with all our brothers and sisters in a great, potent, 5, nature worshiping the one in happiness like in the old days. This is what the golden age is. This is where we're heading towards, if you so choose. But darkness is the slavery of matter, with their demonic overlords ruling the masses trapped within the artificial intelligence hive mind as servants, as slaves to matter. And, you know, I realized that I put myself out there, but this was a very real experience. It's a very real experience every day. I see it around me. I see those trapped within it. The attacks in my life from those energies are without, they're incessant. But that's okay, because I've been properly trained, equipped, the synchronicities that come into my life, the knowledge and all that. It's doable, folks. It's doable. But I want you to understand that what darkness is being trapped within matter and being a slave to matter. Namaste, namaskaram.